Good evening, my friends, and welcome back to the next episode of Eastshade. Last time out, well, we started fulfilling some commissions. We have painted a water wheel. We have delivered a painting of a bird. We've delivered a painting of an eclipse to someone who I can only assume is some sort of wizard who lives under the ground. She gave us a magical tincture, which, for the low price of 3 inspiration, makes things glow for you. Terrible deal. Terrible deal. We shan't be using that anymore. We're going to help out a morally dubious bear with regards to a with regards to the accusations that he's been using endangered thistles in his potions. And that also happens to be the same person that we've delivered some elixir of life to, who we can go back and check out. Before we go and speak to her, though, let's actually go and deliver these commissions first. Now, I remind myself what time of day it is. It's 2:54. So, we have plenty of time to go to the shop still. But we might well be staying the night in Narva once we're all done here. So, turning commissions. A watermill. Ah, both are available. Lovely. But I tell you what, this is the one I like more.
Welcome back. We've got plenty more patrons interested in your work.
Ah, right, okay. No. Oh, really? There's 2 more. So, Cob House, Portrait of Despair. A lonely tower. Please paint me a forlorn tower, all by its lonesome. Preferably cast against a dark sky. None of the city towers, please. Those are hardly lonely or evocative. So, abandoned tower, probably. At night. So we're going to need the coat. Is there anything more beautiful than a small stone bridge? I think not. Yeah, let's get them. Let's get all of these. Now, of course, as I said, we have to be somewhat wary of not using up all of our inspiration, right? Because we are here on Eastshade with a very specific mission. To paint a big tree, to paint the Tiffmore Bluffs, to paint the view from the top of this tower, in fact, and a 4th one that I cannot remember. But that's that's end game, that's late game stuff. We can't even get to the Tiffmore Bluffs or the top of this tower yet.
Here in the university, even though my senior Professor Esma can be a bit eccentric at times. You want me to check for trace elements of endangered plants? I enjoy running tests. Just give me the potion in a few minutes. Seems you're in luck. No trace of any endangered or illegal substances in here. Here's the full report. Come back if you have anything else for me to test. Oh, it's going to be another late night, that's for sure. Well, I've run some tests. Unfortunately, my findings are inconclusive. The solution seems to be mixed with so many things I can't get a clear reading of its composition.
We're running one straight into the next.
Melik claims the life-giving ingredient in his potions is water from the local hot springs. I know it's a big ask, but I'm wondering if you're interested in collecting water samples from each of the 5 hot springs of Eastshade.
Okay.
Then we can really answer this question once and for all. No more tricks, no more overpriced traps. What do you say?
Let's do it.
Fantastic. Take these empty vials. The collection should be fairly straightforward. Finding the 5 hot springs will be the hard part. They're in all corners of the island, and some are...
Well, we know one's at the end of the beach.
I know it's a spectacular view. Beyond that, though, is there any reason specifically you need to be up there?
To paint it.
I see. Well, I'll tell you what. Help me with discovering the truth about Melek's elixir.
Oh.
I'll get you a pass. They're a group that highly appreciates the consumption of dream teas. The teas are made with herbs that stimulate dreams. It's quite interesting how the chemicals work on the brain. They are safe in moderation, the largest risk being that when sleeping with dream teas, one gets very little rest, since the brain is actually more stimulated than during the day. The latest science actually considers it a form of exercise for your brain.
Huh. Well, I mean, who could object to brain exercise, right? Okay. Oh, we can just walk straight over that balustrade. Okay, that's fine. Can we do that here? No. Not quite. We've got 91 glowstones, so we can totally buy ourselves some stuff. Totally buy ourselves some stuff now. Okay. End of the beach to the hot spring. We're not getting to the top. 5 hot springs. They're all hard to find. They're in all corners of Eastshade. So yeah, we're not getting that anytime soon. Now let me think. You sell spices. We don't really care about spices, do we? What did you sell?
Interested in a book?
Oh yes, books. Fish or teas? Not right now. Fishing rod, though.
What crunchy scales. Scrumptious raw fish.
I
I can't wait until dinner time.
Fishing pole's 40. No, okay. I think we go back to our first thought. We get the coat.
Your clothes are looking a little scrappy. Bet you're just about to freeze to death come nightfall. If you're ever looking to upgrade your attire, I'm sure I have just the thing.
Give me the coat.
Glad to see that coat is treating you well.
Excellent. And I don't think we even need to equip the coat. 'Cause it looked like we just have it now. Well, I guess we'll find out when night rolls around. But there we go.
Good day.
Well met. Zip trolley for 70. And fishing pole for 40. Those are our next buys. Those are our next buys. We still need to find 2 people who got sick off these, who we haven't managed to find yet. This hen turned blue. Okay. No, you are not a fast travel person. Oh, how did the date go?
Hey! So, I have some news for you. Leilani and I went out for a picnic date at the hot springs. We went
And?
at sunset and it was gorgeous. Right when the stars came out, I told her how I felt, and she felt the same way. We're officially a couple now. Thank you so much for helping me out. It means the world to me. You're such a great friend, a champion of true love.
I feel inspired. Excellent. Great.
You're such a great friend, a champion of true love.
Okay. Ah, I'm glad. So, that balloon is still there. Do you know what? Having said that, we've never been down that path, have we? Balloon ride? Where's the path? Yeah, here we go. How come we never went this way yet? And I certainly don't recall seeing the balloon there previously. Like, we saw the balloon there, like, last episode, obviously, but I thought I saw the balloon flying. Maybe the perspective was giving me a bit of the old trick of the eyes. Well, that path just kind of seemed to end, didn't it? But here we go. Nessa's balloon.
Hello, brave traveler. I can see you have an adventurous spirit. I've got an excursion you're sure to love.
Why would an owl own a hot air balloon?
Righto, sharp as a knife you are. This here is the bursting bubble. It has the ability to take passengers all the way up to the mountaintop.
Why bursting?
The ride is sure to give you a burst of adrenaline.
Oh,
You think so? I wish more people had your spirit. Last person here said they'd never ride it with a name that sounded so dangerous.
Yeah, maybe you could rebrand it.
Oh, good. I thought it was spot on. I'll keep the name then. You know, when I invented this thing, I really thought it was going to revolutionize transportation. Imagine just flying right up to the tip top of the world. Seems like something everyone would want to do. For some reason, folks just don't seem to understand the idea. They can't seem to picture a balloon carrying people in the sky. I've hardly been able to get anyone out here to see it in person.
What if I paint it?
Anyhow, thanks for helping with the name, Traveller. Seems to me that you're full of good ideas.
Yeah. Is it unethical to give these people bad advice? I thought I was pushing it then. But no, it just rocks back and forth on its own. Well, that's alright. Okay. I don't think we're going to be able to climb this mountain. Is there even a path over here? Let us consult this map. Oh, there is supposedly a path that leads to a beach. Oh, here we go. Here is a path. Beach, beach, beach. Okay, we have a rock arch. We'll keep that in mind if anyone ever asks us to paint them a rock arch. That seems like the sort of thing someone might want one day. It is the Quick Hoof Coast. Oh, sweet. Reeds. Nice. Not sure what they're going to be for, but... Is there anything over these rocks? No, it looks like... This is... Oh, well, no, we are kind of making progress. It looks like we're kind of stuck on invisible walls, but kind of can make a little bit of progress. Well, I think I can safely say this is like the worst beach I've ever been to. What is that? Yeah, okay, I don't think that's intentional. I think that's literally just the river water meeting the ocean water, and there's just a texture difference there. I don't think that's a relevant clue or anything. More reeds. That's really strange. I'd have thought there'd be something over here. Just because of the way it was sort of on the map. You know what I mean? How sometimes you see a little sliver of beach and you're like, that's probably a thing. Okay, never mind. Well, we don't have to worry about getting inside. We can walk all the way through the night, because I don't think your character actually needs to sleep, probably. Well, we're going to find it out pretty soon, because so far we've been to bed every night so far. So, is there an exhaustion mechanic in this game? Is a pretty reasonable question. Is there a fast travel mechanic in this game? Is another pretty reasonable question. But given that it is night, we could wander back to the Lonely Tower and have a look, because that needs painting for commish. Oh yeah, cob house. Pick up a cob house. A painting of a cob house. Yeah, roots seem to be Lyndow specifically, don't they? I don't think I've seen any roots near Narva at all, to be honest. Huh. Didn't spot this before. That is not a major scale. Okay, genuinely, I'm a little bit stuck. Because when I try and move, all it's doing is playing notes. And if I try and click elsewhere, it's not going anywhere. Oh. Of course, press escape to leave that. I thought the game had literally trapped me there for a moment. Okay. We could get a painting of that house, couldn't we? Does that count as a cob house? Ooh. Eggs. Ah, perfect. No. I guess that's not a cob house then. Huh. How odd. Very well. Onwards. Back to Lyndow. We're going to go to the Lonely Tower. And, oh, look, it's a small bridge. We can grab a painting of that for sure. Ah, yeah, let's reuse this water wheel. There we go. Very handy. that it updates you immediately if you have now made a commission. Like, that's pretty useful. NGL. So, what does a cob house look like, do you reckon? Is that a cob house? Oh, she didn't take that painting. Yes! Cob house complete. Very good. And that is everything we need for the tent. So, it's good to have if you need to wait around. This must be placed on solid, flat ground. Okay, so we place it there. Oh, and we can pack it up. And you can either sleep or pack it. Oh, cool, cool, cool. So that means we can sleep whenever we want now. So that's great. And we've got a winter coat. So things are looking up Millhouse, right? What time is it? 9 PM. Plenty of time to get out to the abandoned tower. I shouldn't forget about the one glowstone guy. Oh. Well, that tower looks thoroughly thumping, doesn't it? Looks like it's got a big old fire going on in it. Wait, there's someone standing on the top of it. That's not abandoned at all. Okay, well, we won't worry about painting over Lyndow. Well, we've managed to get a lonely tower. But there's clearly a person at the top of that tower. Oh, hello.
What are you doing out so late?
You first.
Dear, I must ask that you tell no one about this. The information you have is already too close to uncovering the truth. I'm delivering supplies to someone who is hiding in the old tower. The old tower was once used to communicate urgent messages to Nava using signal fires. Some years ago, the need for such a tower faded, and it fell to ruin. That old tower? Someone has taken up residence there. I suppose one could say this person is hiding out. They wish not to be bothered by anyone. And that's something I can relate to. This person wishes to remain unknown. And I mean to respect their wishes. I help lock it up, and only I hold the key to enter. I deliver supplies at night. I think they feel that the world of people is no place for them. I'm not sure this is the right solution. But the choice is not mine.
I mean, is this the architect of
Still, if you
Lyndow?
decide to keep this a secret, its exposure means nothing to you and everything to the one who dwells in the tower.
Okay.
Well, I suppose you've already connected the dots. Yes, eventually. The one who dwells in the tower is the architect of New Lyndow. The one who designed the beautiful buildings. The one who has been missing for years now. Maybe this is for the best. Perhaps it's time someone talked to him. And maybe it's best if it's an outsider. I think deep down, he doesn't want to be living in the tower. He is rash, and he is proud. Would you talk to him? I'll leave the door unlocked for you.
Oh, all right. I mean, that all turned around very quick. So, let me have a look. So we've got the architect of Lyndow. Ingolf thinks I should speak to him. Where's the abandoned tower? There it is. Okay. Well, okay. Thankfully, you don't need to do anything with quests after you've completed them. So. Oh, okay, right. Okay, there's a tower. Nav your quill. Nothing else in here?
Who are you? How did you get in? I presume the old man told you why I'm here? Why I've chosen to live in this tower of solitude?
Oh, why do you live
When
here?
I lived in Lyndow, I was an outsider. For a time, I considered moving far away to a new city where no one would know me. But I came to learn that I would be an outsider wherever I went. Look at my face. It makes children cry.
I literally can't see your
Before
face.
I left, I was the subject of chronic nightmares for one child. Her father showed her a new route to school so she could avoid passing me. Estranged from all others in this tower, I am an outsider. But living in the town, I am an outsider all the same. At least here in my tower, I won't fuel the nightmares of children. I dedicated my life.
I mean, this leaves more to the
great
imagination.
architect. For half a century, I labored at this. I built the city they live in. And how do the people of Lyndow know me? I am the disfigured architect. The townspeople don't appreciate what I've done. They dwell in the marvel of my life's work. Really? What did it say of me?
Your accomplishments as an architect.
Someone's finally taken notice of my talent? Well, that is interesting. That changes everything. It's about time. This conversation. It was almost enjoyable. Perhaps I'll see you again. But now, I'm afraid it's late. Or early, I should say. I don't believe I invited you into my house.
Indeed. So, I met Azad, the architect, and told him of a book written about his work. He seemed a rather brittle fellow and asked me to leave his tower. Now, what about the air balloon? She's having trouble describing her invention and convincing people to come and see it. So yeah, so I guess we should just make a painting of the hot air balloon. But how would I go and convince people to go and see it? Hey, the moon looks like a planet. It's got oceans and things. That's interesting. Oh no. Oh, almost got stuck. Almost got stuck. Excellent, excellent. So, my friends, what is the next quest to undertake? Dun dun dun. A portrait of despair. Well, we thought that might be the chap by the beach, right?
Would you like a ride to Nava? You've already paid the toll.
Yes, please.
So it will be free for you. My ox is strong, no?
I don't think there's anything else we need to do in Lyndow. Like, presumably we need to wander back to that tower periodically and speak to
Need
that
a
man.
lift?
Oh,
Alright
he's our
then.
fast travel person. Okay, nice. Oh, and there's a hot spring at the bottom of this beach. So let's go and collect that. But yeah, I guess we're going to need sealant then. Right? Because what I'm thinking... Yeah, there's no bridges. We've not found a way into the westerly woodlands. So we need a raft. And to get the raft, we need sealant. And to get sealant, we need the password to roots. Tricky. Nope, not the black thistle. So we need the password to roots. Oh, yes, we should also ask the park ranger about the fact that his partner is coming back very soon, apparently. Oh, no. No topic that can be asked about. One thing that I think is very interesting about this game... Oh, hello, we've got two people over here. They're just having a sit. One thing I think that's very interesting about this game... And I wonder if that feeds a little bit into its longevity with players. Because a couple people in the YouTube comment section commented on episode 1 saying, if I can remember, sort of along the lines of that they'd tried this, they'd played it, or they couldn't get into it, but they played it for a bit, but they never completed it. And I wonder... to what degree... I think we want just a super wide one here. Here we go. Yes. Yes. But no, he's not a figure of sadness, apparently. This game has embraced the concept of the side quest to such a degree the entire plot is nothing but side questing. Do you sort of see what I mean? Like, everything feels like a side quest. Now, I mean, obviously, if you're watching this, and this is episode 6 or 7, I think, hot spring discovered, then I guess you're probably invested in that vibe, right? Because it's more about... It's more about just kind of the vibes. But if you're after the satisfaction of, like, a plot that's being driven forward, this game very much seems to not have that. You know what I mean? Okay, we've got one vial. And we do not have a picture of a truly sad individual. But we've got 3 commissions we can turn in. And then I think we shall be checking our journal for the next bit. Hello.
Such a nice place to relax, this. I come here often. It's a nice, quiet place to write music. Hey, do you want to hear my latest tune?
Sure.
It's not easy to play a string instrument with talons, you know. But what I lack in finger ability, I can make up for with my fine bird pipes. I dream thy feet upon the shore, sitting by the sea, and the moon and the ocean stole your light unto thee. I dream of the lake beneath the stars, fish are by the stream, and its arms rolled above me. In the shade I lie neath the tree. I dream and I
I mean, pretty legit. Pretty legit. And we get some inspiration for listening to the song. That's nice.
Thanks for listening. What'd you think?
It was great.
Oh, I'm so glad you liked it. Today's certainly shaping up to be a good one.
I like that. Little interactions like that are really nice, you know. And that's kind of a really good example of sort of what I meant. It's the fact that there isn't a plot. It's just side questing, you know. You'll have a little interaction with a character, gives you a little bit of inspiration, a little bit of dialogue, and that's it. There's not really anything much else to it. So yeah, so definitely if you don't enjoy the vibe of the game, it's not a game for you, right? It's very much like a... I mean, I think I described this as kind of like what would happen if Skyrim met Stardew Valley. But like, it doesn't have Stardew's, you know, machine optimization aspect to it, right? It's kind of a game where you have to go with the flow even more than Stardew Valley, which I think is really interesting. But yeah, it's definitely going to be a bit polarizing. But then again, who knows? Maybe we just haven't come across the main plot yet. But it doesn't feel like there's going to be one, you know? It feels like our objective here is genuinely to gain access to the parts of Eastshade we need to gain access to so that we can paint our 4 paintings. Which, if I recall... What is it? The highest peak. Right. We've got to paint the highest peak. So we've got to get up to the top of the mountain at some point one day. Probably take a picture of that balloon at some point. But that's okay. I think painting the balloon's the only way we're going to drive that quest forward. So, hopefully we can make a bit of money from the commissions. And then I think we want that fast travel device and a fishing rod. I don't think we're going to be able to afford both, but we might be able to get one. Aha. Well, let's see if we can just camp out here. Into the inventory. Where's our tent? Equipment. Oh, won't let us put that there. Oh, won't let us put it in the city at all. Alright. Over to the inn we're going to go then. Wow, that's like a veritable gathering. This is 3 in the morning. These guys don't look cold. Okay, well we've already paid to be in here, so just give us a leisurely 7:30. I want to make sure the shopkeepers are there, you know. Oh, we can toggle run by pressing caps lock. Maybe that would be handy. Just get naturally faster speed. I mean, we already hold shift quite a lot anyway. Hello.
Welcome back. We've got plenty more patrons interested in your work.
Good.
I've always wanted to live in one of those. They can get cold though. That stuff doesn't insulate very well. Such texture.
Okay, so what else have we got then? We've got... So, Portrait of Despair, Starry Cavern, a windmill, Tiffmore, fine, and we've got, I'm interested in purchasing a landscape. I prefer it included a natural arch in the composition. Well, we know where we can get that, right? We saw it earlier. Perfect. 4 more commissions. Or rather, 3 more commissions, plus the one we can't find yet. Perfect. Let's... How much money have we now got? 56! Oh, it's not quite enough.
Good day.
Good day to you. Ah, we need 70. 70. Well... That natural arch will be able to turn in perfectly fine, right? We've got 2 canvases that we can paint over, so that's ideal. Unfortunately, my friends, that's going to be the end of today's episode. If you enjoyed this episode, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I will see you next time, where we're going to go and paint an arch. We're going to paint that balloon on the way back. We're going to come back, we're going to turn that commission in, we're going to buy ourselves a fast travel device, and then we can explore some more. See you next time. Bye for now.